I really did. And, I felt like it was at some point. I feel like I was just, being too hung up on the fact that we no longer have Chauncey Gardner Johnson. So I told myself I was no longer going to speak on this. Yet here I am. Here I am yet again talking about the Chauncey Gardner Johnson trade. Okay, we have more insight into what happened. Okay. Again, but both sides, we won a Super Bowl, right? I'm able to wear this hat because the Philadelphia Eagles won a championship. So when you win, it's like you can't really, it's not a lot to be, said, because both everybody's happy, right? But with this situation in particular, Chauncey Gardner Johnson went live, and this is what he had to say about the trade. Okay, now look, we know it was about, okay, they had a conversation, and okay, when the trade happened, okay, let's before I even give you the update, let me give you guys context as to what happened, right? So Chauncey Gardner Johnson was at home or whatever, and the Philadelphia Eagles call him and tell him he's being traded. Now, from his perspective, he said it felt like it was April Fool's, right? And pretty much he said that it was about money and wanting to save some cap space, some money to pretty much, pay the younger guys, right? That's what was told to him. Um, all right. And then that was pretty much the update. How we spoke on it, how we said the same thing, right? Okay, cool. So both it lines up, right? So okay, we understand that it was about money. Okay, we get that. But Chauncey Gardner Johnson says people showed me their true colors when I got traded. Now again, this is a very broad, right, comment, but it's more insight. Okay, people showed me their true colors when I got traded. Who? From my perspective, from my understanding, it has to be. It has to be someone in the front office, so, maybe so what, the coaching staff. um I really believe, honestly, this move, man, it was something that we don't have any information on. We can only speculate. Okay, but it had to have been something outside of the football field. Now, yeah, bro, there's a lot of reasonings as to why the Philadelphia Eagles traded Chauncey Gardner Johnson, and we're gonna talk about that as well, right? But this for me personally is a message to Dallas Goedert, okay? Because Dallas Goedert, bro, might be next. Hey, with the rumors of the it's not even a rumor. The Eagles have granted permission for Dallas Goedert to seek a trade. We know he's on the trading block. We know it's looking like, hey, if Howie's really talking about crunching numbers and saving cap space, Dallas Goedert is next. Okay. So when you look at how the Eagles did Chauncey Gardner Johnson, we have to take a look at Dallas Goedert. We got to take a look at Dallas Goedert, because Dallas Goedert should have been traded. Okay, he has a cap hit of 11.8 million. Okay, he has a cap hit, if I'm not mistaken, by Howie's logic. Okay, Dallas Goedert should have already been traded. From Howie's logic, for the 2025 NFL season, Dallas Goedert's cap hit with the Philadelphia Eagles is estimated to be around 11.8 million. Okay, Chauncey Gardner Johnson's cap space wasn't nearly this amount. By Howie's logic, Dallas Goedert should have. See, bro, this what makes me believe that Dallas Goedert has to be traded at some point. Okay, Dallas Goedert is definitely on the trade block. Okay, he's definitely he looks like a draft day trade bait. This is draft day trade bait, Dallas Goedert. Okay, because if Howie told Chauncey Gardner Johnson the reason we traded you is to save cap to pay younger guys, with Dallas Goedert at $11.8 million, he should have been the first. He should have been traded then. He should have been off of the books. Okay, Chauncey Gardner Johnson's cap hit. Hey, what's up, chat? Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, I'm a lock in with you guys in a second, but I gotta set the foundation real quick. I gotta set the groundwork. All right, when you look at Chauncey Gardner Johnson's cap hit, it makes no sense to trade him, bro. It makes no sense to trade Chauncey Gardner Johnson. His cap hit is what is this? I don't even know if this is so crazy. I don't even know if this shit's correct, bro. If his cap hit from 2025 is only nearly 4 million, bro, he's not a cap casualty. Hey, what's up? Griffith said, I'm a big fan of the Eagles season. Georgia, Alabama, and Michigan. Facts, bro. Like, comment. So what's up, YMF? How we really might trade him for some big pickup in the draft. That's what I believe. Dude, I see you on here all the time and never on the 30-40 in the chat. What the hell is you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? You talking about my views? 30-40 people in the chat. Who the fuck cares how many people in here? Right? I mean, bro, I gotta have 90,000 views on live streams, bro. I don't care about none of this shit, bro. I don't care about views, bro. Like, what are you talking about, gang? Hold on. Ban them. Get your dumb ass out of here. Why are you in here, bro? All right, the trolls come in early, right? That's cool. I understand that. I love the trolls, bro. I love the trolls. Hey, bro, I want you to start a live stream up, bro, and see if you can get 5 people to watch you, bro. Okay, I guarantee you when I'm done with this live stream, it's gonna get like 5,000 views, bro. See if you can get 5,000 people to view you, nigga. Like, come on, bro. Y'all be tripping. The views, all that shit shouldn't matter, bro. If you want to start content, bro, just make the content, bro. It's not about who's watching you, bro. Just enjoy your content, bro. You got to do it for the love of it, man. That's for everybody who, you know what I'm saying, who are all the people want to create content. So look, anyway, man, Chauncey Gardner Johnson, his cap hit was only 4 million. Like, why do you trade him? Right? Why do you, if it's about saving money, do you say, hey, eventually we're gonna have to pay Chauncey Gardner Johnson or whatever the case may be? This just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up, man. So look, okay, I'm gonna start a poll. Man. Should the Eagles have traded Chauncey Gardner Johnson? Just everybody vote on the poll, and when you vote, you already know how this shit go, bro. Vote on the poll, and once you vote, smash the like button. Just do both of them. Get both of that. Get that out the way right immediately. So you mean to tell me Chauncey Gardner Johnson's cap hit is only 3.7 million? Okay, and you claim to trade him to save cap space. But Dallas Goedert's cap hit, who who already is on the trade block, you gave him permission to seek a trade. His cap hit is 11.8 million. His shit is 11.8 million. Right? So I mean, it doesn't really add up. It doesn't really add up, man. That's the thing. Why would you trade Why trade Chauncey Gardner Johnson? Okay. Bro say, hey, just tell us what Chauncey Gardner Johnson said. Okay, Chauncey Gardner Johnson, when you look at his bro, and then okay, now we have to look into other reasonings as to why the Philadelphia Eagles trade him because it makes no sense. I mean, if you ask me, it's bullshit, right? We have to look into other reasonings as to why Chauncey Gardner Johnson was traded because what the Philadelphia Eagles telling us, that shit makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense. And Chauncey finally shed some light on it, right? As to because bro, it makes no sense. I'm not buying what the Philadelphia Eagles are saying regarding as why they traded him. Like, I'm not fucking dumb, bro. I'm not stupid, right? So the conversation was pretty much we're trying to save money. They're trying to save money. Like releasing him don't save you shit. Trading him don't bro, getting rid of him does nothing positive for our team. Like, that's the thing, right? And the reasoning behind it made no sense, right? If that's what Chauncey Gardner Johnson is saying, that's what they told him when they called him. And if Howie Roseman is telling us the same thing, bro, we know that's what they claim. It's a fact. But bro, it makes no sense. So to hear Chauncey Gardner Johnson, I mean, shed some type of light on this shit, bro, because it doesn't make sense, bro. It's bullshit. Okay, I know it's bullshit. Any other intellectual Philadelphia Eagle fan with any IQ know releasing him was bullshit, bro. This move was horrible. All right. Now there's a bit more insight. Okay. Chauncey Gardner Johnson says people showed me their true colors when I got traded. It has to be the front office, and whether that somebody on the coaching staff. It damn well, honestly, bro, it could be Vic Fangio, and that's the last person I would think. It could be Vic Fangio. You gotta now. Okay, now, bro. You know what we finna do, bro? Fuck it, bro. Who snaked Chauncey Gardner Johnson, nigga? Okay, if it isn't okay, Vic Fangio. I never even thought that was never even a right. Okay, we gotta really ask ourselves who snaked, bro. Who snaked you, gang? All right. If it's not okay, let's look at the possibilities. Okay, Howie. Goddamn, Howie, you the number one culprit. Goddamn it. Okay, my money is on. I mean, okay, let's Howie, Nick Sirianni, Vic Fangio, or Jeffrey Lurie. It's one of them. It's one of them, bro. They snaked all of us. They ain't just do Chauncey dirty. They did me dirty. They did all of us dirty, right? It was either, bro. I promise you guys, the guys who I would think the last person I would think would be the ones to do it is Nick Sirianni and Howie Roseman, okay? I know Howie got to sign off on it, so I can't 100%, I can't not blame Howie. Okay, Howie, as much as I don't want to blame Howie, bro, if you ask me, okay, it's either Vic Fangio, okay, or damn, it could be all of the guy I would least expect would be Nick Sirianni, okay? But all of them it damn well could have been everybody else. It could have been Jeffrey Lurie. It could have been Howie Roseman. It could have been Vic Fangio. Like, it could have, I got four prime suspects. The one who I would take out of that is Nick Sirianni. You know the head coach hate to see any talent go, right? I know Nick Sirianni had nothing to do with this. Nick, I'm gonna give you Nick. I know you wouldn't do no shit like this, Nick Sirianni. Okay, it's not Nick Sirianni. Okay. It's either it's either Vic Fangio, Jeffrey Lurie, or Howie Roseman. It's either those three, right? I'm eliminating Nick Sirianni out of this equation, bro. Okay, who showed you they true colors, gang? Like it's bro, who the fuck who snaked you, bro? Everybody vote on the poll. Should the Eagles have 23% of the people are saying that the Eagles should have traded Chauncey Gardner Johnson. Damn. What? Y'all, bro, is y'all serious? Nah, bro, I have to take a sip of water after that shit. That's crazy. Y'all, we got, bro, there's no fucking way on God's green earth. Who snake? Chat, and let me know who the fuck snake, who snaked, bro? Who snaked them, bro? Who snaked them, bro? That's what we need to figure out. Who snaked my boy? You ain't even, yeah, they ain't just snaked him, nigga. They snaked all of us. They went off on everybody. Who snaked, bro? I think it was it really, bro, it could have been Vic Fangio, and that's crazy, yo. Damn, I never thought about that shit. This fucking my head up, bro. To even have to think to even it could have been Vic. Damn, bro. It could have been Vic Fangio. If you ask me, bro, I really think it was Vic Fangio. Damn, because hold on, just let me hold on, chat. I'm trying to really. Hey, hey, how y'all feel, chat? I gotta lock in with the chat real quick. Hey, y'all gotta vote, bro, to see should the Eagles have really made this dumbass move, man. Bang Bang Bird Gang says, you guys really for um Adjunct Arlington, bro? I don't know. Hold on, what you talking about, Taz? The situation is cool. It's too close to Malcolm Jenkins' situation, except worse, because CJ is younger now than. Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. That's a great point. Posse, creepy posse, whatever the fuck is it. If it means we keep Dean, I'm okay with it. If it means we keep Nakobe Dean, bro, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Yo, what? So you insinuating that Nakobe Dean is more valuable than Chauncey? Fuck no. And I love Nakobe Dean, bro. But you can keep both of you could keep Nakobe and Chauncey, bro. I feel like the Eagles can't openly say Goddard isn't good enough for his contract and the deal is too big to move. Hard to trade someone who people view as bad. CJ is solid, but they'll reload easily. Hey Tim, if you think you can replace a safety like Chauncey Gardner Johnson that easily, bro, that's being naive. And as far as Dallas Goddard, I mean, yeah, that's Dallas Goddard guy. I mean, if you trade Chauncey, nigga, Dallas Goddard gotta go. I don't even want Dallas to go, but if you gonna trade Chauncey, bro, you definitely gotta trade Dallas Goddard, bro. Because if not, bro, I promise you, I don't want Dallas Goddard to be traded. But bro, if you traded Chauncey under this notion that you're trying to save cap space, it's only right that you trade Dallas Goddard, whose cap hit is like 4 times more than Chauncey. So if what happens is if they keep Dallas Goddard, bro, that contradicts everything that they said, and that shit's a lie. It's already. I know they lying, nigga. This shit ain't about no cap. Bro, you niggas. If you niggas think this shit is really about cap space, you don't know how to fucking add and subtract, bro. I promise you, this shit is just addition and subtraction, bro. Like this is simple math, bro. I promise you. It's all simple math, dog. This shit ain't the money, the numbers portion is not complicated at all. If I can figure this shit out and know what's going on, again, I hate math, man. Like, okay, bro, it's simple math, bro. I promise you. you can look at the numbers and tell it's a bald face lie. Like, this is the worst lie they could have ever thought of. I'm trying to figure out how it's looking at the numbers. It's not about cap. It is about cap. It's about cap, but not the cap you thinking about. It's about cap, all right. It's about cap. They can't. It's some cap involved in this shit, but it ain't cap space. It ain't cap space, bro. I swear to God, bro. I promise you, it ain't cap. It's some cap in this shit. Okay, Howie, they talking about it's some. Nah, it's some cap, all right. It's cap in a rap. This is cap, Eagles. What the fuck is why? I hope more continue to come out, bro. Because people really showed they showed all of us the true colors, bro. Again, if Dallas Goedert isn't traded, like Dallas Goedert is gone, bro. I promise you, they might trade Dallas Goedert for a fucking 6th round, 5th round. I don't know why they haven't traded Dallas Goedert, bro. But the more, I mean, bro, it just gets worse. The longer Dallas Goedert is with the Philadelphia Eagles, the more egregious this lies. Just you cannot have Dallas Goedert on the team, bro, and talk about fucking saving cap spaces while you cut Chauncey Gardner Johnson. Damn, it's such a bold lie, bro. This is a bold. They like the Eagles. Y'all could have thought, yeah, they probably couldn't think of nothing better to say. And they probably know the average fan, dumb as hell. Now let me stop. They know the average fan is not really gonna look into the numbers and the cap and stuff like that, right? Maybe I don't know why they would even say. Well, I don't know why they. I wonder how he felt when they told him. It's a nigga who was young, nigga. What? You the young guys, nigga. Chauncey is part of that. He is one of the young guys. You mean you trying to save money? Listen, bro, I could just continue even the more I talk about this trade, it gets dumber and dumber, bro. Like I can dissect this fucking trade now to small particles, bro, as to why this shit was so dumb, bro. But I have to. I have to play devil's advocate to give you guys a full picture and understanding of the whole totality of this shit. Okay? Now, why would they trade him? Okay. Oh, let's look at some possibilities on the field because there's no off the field stuff. Okay, you can't say anything bad about the young man's character, bro. Right? So I'm not even gonna go down that avenue. Okay, bro, don't get into no trouble. He don't do he not, bro. We can't do that. Okay, no off the field incidents ever. Okay, high character leader. Okay, we not gonna do that to him, bro. That's the first thing everybody try to do is attack someone's character when there's nothing there, okay? So we not gonna talk about him trash talking or that's all part of fucking football, pussies. We not gonna do that. We gonna look at just strictly on the field. That's all that it's about. Production on the football field, all the off the field stuff, bro. None of that shit matters because it's nothing. He's not doing anything illegal or against the rules, against the NFL rules, or he's good, bro. We not gonna do that. He's not a distraction or any of that. We know every time he's on the Eagles, we go to Super Bowls, right? Okay, we not gonna let's not do that because I know that becomes a thing, right? And I've already addressed that, and I've looked at every situation that that people may deem as a thing when it's not. Okay, so we can't telling the Taylor Swift fans to lick his balls, bro. Right? Okay, that's fair game too. That you don't knock him for that when they're calling his mom's establishment, trying to get the establishment took down. Right? And it backfired because his mom wasn't they had the wrong information. Right. So I mean, bro, it's all fair game. We just whooped y'all ass in a Super Bowl, bro. Like, we won a Super Bowl and people trash talk. That's a part of sports, bro. Right? Trash talk. You don't trade somebody for that. You don't trade somebody for stuff like that, right? So we're not going to talk about the off the field stuff with CJ Gardner Johnson. We strictly let's keep it. Let's just keep it on the field. All right, now, okay. Uh, let's go to the Philadelphia Inquiry, whatever the fuck the name of this news outlet is. Okay, shout out to you guys. Why get rid of him? Someone wrote. That's the question I texted to a former NFL front office executive. Okay, so we have a front office executive. Let's put a front office executive in the mix of this shit, right? Okay, Mr. NFL front office exec, let me ask you, why the fuck would the retarded ass Eagles trade CJ Gardner Johnson? Okay, check the touchdowns. That's what they did. That's what they told the NFL exec told us to check the touchdowns. And this source says I did. Yikes. Okay, maybe CJ wasn't quite as good as we thought. Okay. So you guys are saying he's giving up too many touchdowns, right? Okay. Um. Hey, CJ Gardner Johnson gave up too many touchdowns and tackled poorly. That's why Howie Roseman traded the ball hawk, argue columnist Marcus Hayes. Now we know, like I don't really too much follow a lot of the writers, but Marcus Hayes, he does have people have called him out a lot for some of his clickbaity articles, or and a lot of, really, Isaiah Rogers called him out, AJ Brown called him out. He gets called out a lot for a lot of these articles. So with this, you have to understand that Marcus Hayes is a guy that he's going to kind of twist the narrative a bit. But I mean, I guess maybe this is rooted in some type of, just is, I want to say truth, but uh I mean, I've watched the whole season. I mean, I can recall, like, how you say a motherfucker giving up too many touchdowns. We got the number one ranked defense, bro. That's what's confusing to me. I've seen early on, yeah, I've seen him give up some touchdowns, bro. Like, okay, and he got a couple times. I can probably remember maybe three or four touchdowns at the most, four, maybe three. And I remember after he gave up one touchdown, Vic Fangio was visibly upset, bro, right? Because they always show him in that fucking on a TV broadcast. They always show him looking watching the game through the skybox, and he said he hates it. But that's not, no, not, I'm not trying to say that, okay, Vic Fangio wanted him gone or whatever, but I can see, based off of that, and kind of like, when you think of Vic Fangio being visibly upset, and you see him being mad at Chauncey giving up a touchdown, you like, damn, maybe there's some truth in this, but this makes, look, bro, I watched all of the games. The touchdowns that he gave, at the most, I've seen him give up maybe two touchdowns this season. At the most, it probably was like four. Even then, he had multiple interceptions, a pick six. Like, bro, what the fuck? So many. Like, he brings more to the table. I think this is all a reach, bro. Even with the touchdowns he's given up, I'm fine with that. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna look at, oh, he's giving up too many touchdowns, trade him. No, bro, he brought way more to the table. Those touchdowns he gave up was insignificant. Okay? Like, bro, this is bullshit. It's still bullshit, bro. It's bullshit. Okay? Now you look at he has the second highest ball hawk percentage last season, 26.1, only behind Denzel Ward, one of the best defensive backs in the deep one. You know what I'm saying? Jesse Bates third, Tariq Ward. So like, bro, I mean, he's a difference maker, bro. Like, what the fuck? He's a ball hawk. If you gon' it's so minuscule, bro, when you look at everything else he has to offer. Again, I've watched all the games. I haven't seen him give up more than like fucking at the most like 4 touchdowns, bro. Is that a lot? No, nigga, no, it was whooping ass. Anyway, regardless. And he got it back with touchdowns, interceptions, like, bro, he got that shit back in blood anyway. Okay, you get me, I'm gonna get you, nigga. What? Bro, is this insignificant, bro? That doesn't matter, bro. That doesn't. Yeah. Um. CJ took Kenny Pickett jersey number. What's going on? He intercepted backup QBs. It don't matter who he intercepted, nigga. He got intercept. I mean, come on, bro. That again, that doesn't matter. That doesn't move me, bro. Because at the end of the day, you gotta make the plays. Okay, you gotta make the plays, bro. So that doesn't matter, bro. That doesn't matter. Please believe me. It doesn't matter who, because you still gotta intercept the ball. You still gotta go up and catch the ball and make plays. You still got to catch the ball, be in the right position and catch it, run after that, score a touchdown, right? Set up the blocks, bro. You got to do so much more. So that doesn't matter, bro. It really doesn't. It's the fact that you were capable of doing it. Like that nobody's gonna go back and look at who or why. I mean, you're doing this in the NFL. Okay. I mean, you look at his interceptions, right? Uh, while with the Eagles, 12 interceptions, right? Over 100 tackles, right? I mean, come on, man. We got to that's way too much production. That's way too much production to go and look at fucking four touchdowns he gave up, 2 touchdowns he gave up. Um, I don't. Yeah, I think it's BS, dog. I think it's BS. I mean, they want to say that but that's the logic they're going to use. Is they're going to say because you got to make up. I mean, you need because people are trying to figure out why he was traded, right? If you're trying to figure out why he was traded, bro, you gotta go down different avenues to see. Because if some doesn't make sense, it's like okay, the cap space shit don't make sense, right? What about the on-field production? Again, that doesn't make sense either, right? So it's did they really feel like he was good? Like maybe they re-signed him knowing they was gonna trade him after this year. Okay. So the deal they gave him, they knew the Eagles were gonna do this regardless. The Eagles were gonna move on from Chauncey regardless, I think. Okay. When they signed him, they knew the minute they gave him that contract to bring him back, he was not gonna be here next year. Okay. The Philadelphia Eagles knew when we signed him, that's it. They knew this was really a 1 year deal. They knew they was gonna trade him. They knew I mean, bro, I think with Chauncey, he's gonna be one of those guys where it's just gonna be just 1 year deal, 1 year deal, 1 year deal. Why I do not know. I do not know, to be honest. But if you ask me, okay, I pose this question, right? I pose this question. Who did it? Who did it? One of the best ball hawk safeties in the NFL. Who did it? Who the fuck? Snake Chauncey Gardner Johnson. Bro, that's really okay. Here's the poll. Should the Eagles have traded Chauncey Gardner Johnson? 73% says no, we should not have traded him. We should have kept him on the team. 27% says yes, that boy had to be traded. And to the people who feel like that, why? Why? Okay, if you ask me who snaked him, I would say Jeffrey Lurie. No, I ain't gonna say Jeffrey Lurie. I really think it was Vic Fangio, man. Because this move doesn't happen without Vic. You're not gonna trade Chauncey Gardner Johnson if Vic Fangio liked him, bro. Right? You don't trade because trust me, you not Howie not gonna say, yeah, we're gonna trade your. You know what I'm saying? If Vic Fangio said, fuck no, don't trade Chauncey. I don't think Howie trades him, right? I think it had to have been Vic. And again, Vic and Howie, they had to have signed off on this together, right? Because Vic had to tell Howie, hey, trade him. And Howie had to say, cool. Or vice versa. Howie had to say, hey, we got to get rid of Chauncey. And they had to have had a discussion. And I think they would have had to agree on this trade together for it both to happen. So I think it was those two guys. Okay, you could eliminate Jeffrey Lurie out of this because I don't think Jeffrey Lurie really will get into right the that type of part of football operation. That's what makes him a great owner. I think he let the players, the people that he assigned and paid to do a job, do it because that's why I pay you, right? Because you can do it better than me. You got this, right? So I think okay. Here's we have four candidates who could have possibly snaked Chauncey. I don't think it was Jeffrey Lurie, okay, and I don't think it was Nick Sirianni, bro. Nick Sirianni, no head coach want to see any talent leave, bro. Like that's the last thing they would ever want. I think it was either um it had to have been Howie and Vic Fangio. It had to have been those two guys. Okay, it could have been more so Vic, or it could have been more so Howie, because Howie could have went to Vic Fangio and said, hey, he has to go, or Vic Fangio could have went to Howie and said, hey, I think he doesn't fit the scheme anymore. He's giving up too many touchdowns, right? And Howie could have been like, all right, I'm gonna sign off on it, right? And I really think, I just feel like I think it's Vic Fangio who snaked them. I think it's Vic Fangio who snaked them. Because he said people show me their true colors when I got traded. Who from a coaching staff, like, okay, from the people who could have got this uh trade in motion, who could have made this happen, out of the people who have a strong say so in what happens in the Philadelphia Eagles organization. It's the head coach, Nick Sirianni. It's the owner, Jeffrey Lurie. It's the GM, Howie Roseman. And it's the defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio. That's four guys. It's only between those four. You can take Nick Sirianni out of the equation. He loves Chauncey Gardner Johnson. No head coach want to lose talent, right? So it's not Nick Sirianni. Okay, it's not Jeffrey Lurie, because Jeffrey Lurie never intervenes in this stuff with the players, right? He'll never intervene in trades and shit like that. He ain't Jerry Jones, right? He let the people that's in place that he paid to do a job do it. Well, that's what makes him a great owner. That only leaves Vic Fangio and Howie Roseman. Now, Howie Roseman said that he needed to save cap space to get for money for the younger guys. That's bullshit when his cap hit isn't even more than $4 million. But you still got guys like Dallas Goedert, whose cap hit is 3 times that of CJ Gardner Johnson on the roster right now. So I would feel like Dallas Goedert should have been traded before Chauncey by that logic. So that's a lie. The truth in this has to be Vic Fangio wanted him gone, bro. It was Vic who showed you they true colors, bro. Your fucking defensive coordinator. Your defensive coordinator showed you your true colors. You thought Vic Fangio loved you, bro. Old school coach, right? You an old school style player. Who showed you they true colors, gang? Vic fucking Fangio got him out of here, bro. Vic Fangio showed, that's who showed him his true colors. It had to have been Vic Fangio. Who else? Who else would have people showed me their true colors when I got traded? Vic Fangio, bro. Vic Fangio got you out of there. Vic Fangio and I can vividly remember Vic Fangio being pissed at Chauncey when he gave up a touchdown on that on public on national public broadcasted fucking game, bro. A nationally broadcasted game. Chauncey give up a touchdown. Vic Fangio in the Scott box, mad as fuck. Vic Fangio's pissed off, bro. And I could see it, bro. Hard-nosed, old school coach, yeah, bro. Vic Fangio, if you not performing, bro, if you not on your shit, he gonna get you off the field. He did the same shit with Jordan Davis, boy. He was starting Jordan Davis over Jordan Davis. He was starting Milton Williams over Jordan Davis, bro. Like, hey, that man don't play. He a hard-nosed coach, bro. He could have been like, hey, fuck that. We finna move on. I need a different safety. He giving up too many touchdowns. Right? Do I think he gave up too many touchdowns? No. But I could dead ass see, chat. I could see it being Vic Fangio, the one who snaked him, dog. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Stop with he said stop with conspiracy theories. Eat a dick, nigga. Ban you. Get your stupid ass out, bitch. Fuck out of here, dumbass. Talking about how the fuck is it how is it a conspiracy theory, nigga? This shit's all speculation, nigga. If we don't know what we really don't know, nigga. We going off logic and what makes sense, nigga. Fuck you talking about a conspiracy. Get your dumb ass out of here, bitch. Get your ass out. Fuck you IRL ass you banned, pussy. Shut up. Shut your ass up, bitch. You out of here, banned. Somebody said fire Nick Sirianni, bro. You tripping, bro. All right, bro. You say anything dumb, and I read these comments. You say something dumb, I'm banning y'all ass, bro. I'm not playing, bro. Sending niggas to the loser lounge, bro. Someone stop with the conspiracy theories. They're dumb. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. Why don't you go make a live stream, bro? And you go talk, nigga. Why don't you go make content? What are you talking about? This is what everybody do, bro. Everybody does this. We talk sports, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Sorry, YouTube. I know I'm cursing like a motherfucker. The question is, why did Mike Tomlin and NFL conspiracy on Kenny Pickett? Bro, you funny, dog. Follow the brand and money. Swifties influenced the NFL commission to honor Buckle. Money talks, and that made CJ walk. That's crazy, bro. I think really, I really think that could have been a part of it, man. With the whole Taylor Swift and I like just how he handled that when we won. That would be the only thing I would. But even then, bro, that was just an all fun and games, right? But that's why you can't have Taylor Swift in the NFL with they fans. This what they. I mean, like, bro, that's what it's like, bro. You got a big ass like cult following coming to the NFL and heavily influence the NFL when they're not even fans of it. So they don't even understand the culture, bro. They just came into the NFL, don't know shit about the NFL. And when it's the minute somebody trash talk, they start fucking crying, bro. Like this that and that was the problem with having Taylor Swift in the NFL. It wasn't Taylor Swift. It was her fucking fans, bro. That's the only problem that everybody had with Taylor Swift. Like I like Taylor Swift at the games, bro. Right? When you have stars there, it makes the NFL that much more popular and global, right? But the only issue with that, and I think what people really had what people was really upset about with Taylor Swift, it wasn't Taylor Swift, bro. It was Taylor Swift fans. Right. So did they have something to do with this? I don't think so, but bro, it's such a heavily they are a heavy influence, right? And they pander towards you know, Taylor Swift and the stars, right? But the stars, who bring in the revenue. So uh I know, bro, I mean the Chiefs, they got beat so badly, bro. And it was kind of, I would say, bro, it was kind of distasteful, right? His like the shirt and maybe some of his behavior, right? Some of the comments about Taylor Swift was kind of distasteful, right? But bro, I mean, it was all for me personally. I didn't give a shit. It was all in fun. It was all in good fun, bro. It was just, you know what I'm saying. People just took it too serious, right? But it was distasteful, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. As much as I love Chauncey Gardner Johnson, I'll be fair, that was a bit excessive, dog. It was a bit, you know what I'm saying? I can see how certain people would feel that. Me personally, I didn't give a shit. I thought it was funny. I was glad. Shit, they beat us. We got our get back. Let's fucking talk our trash. What the fuck? Right? But I think that had some part. And I'm sorry, bro. And bro, as much as I don't want, because I liked it. I enjoyed it. I made a whole dope ass edit about it, bro. It was fun, right? But you know how the world is right now, bro. Everybody is fucking crying and whining and being crybabies, bro. And you know what I'm saying? So, bro, that's a part of it. And then when you get a bunch of fucking teenage girls in a fucking physical ass violent sport, it's like, bro, it's like they don't really understand that, bro. Like, this is football. You hear me, chat? This is football. This isn't fucking playing with Barbie dolls, bro. That people gonna talk trash. People gonna talk shit, bro. You know how much trash talk we do, bro. You know how much I spend 80% of my content talking shit, trash talk, dog. So I really think that was part of it, and it was just more so of how it just more so it was distasteful. That's all. It was a little too much, bro. It was like, damn, you talking about Taylor Swift, like, right? You insinuating that her body isn't, you talking about the woman's body, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, come on, women ain't, and right now, bro, nigga, women and body and power. What the fuck is it? I don't know, bro. Y'all know how the world is right now, especially with just like body positivity with women and shit like that. That's a sensitive topic, bro. Right? So you talk about Taylor Swift's body like she's like just skinny or something, whatever the case may be, right? It comes off as distasteful. Then you got a shirt telling her fans to lick your balls, gang. Then you start beefing with Darius Slay. Hey, bro, nah, not now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think I ain't gonna, I'm gonna be honest. I think they was like, yeah, bro, he doing too much. We gotta trade him. Hey, look, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I could dead ass see the organization saying, "Yeah, bro." And on top of that, you already like they feel like you giving up too many touchdowns, right? And so I think, bro, I think he kind of accelerated his way out the door. Low key, I'm only being fair, right? I'm only trying to be fair and transparent. But bro brought up the Taylor Swift stuff, bro. And here's the thing: if it was anybody else, it wouldn't have became that popular. When you talk about Taylor Swift, bro, that shit is becomes popular, dog. Right? And everybody looking like, damn, bro, this shit looks so. You got a shirt that telling Taylor Swift fans, you telling Taylor Swift fans to lick your balls, gang. Like, so it's like I damn near can kind of see why like the Eagles were like, yeah, bro. And then I think he beefed with Darius Slay, and right after that, bro, they traded him. Right. Right after that, they bro. He said, "How old are Swifties, bro?" I have no idea, bro. They like damn near teenagers, bro. I don't know. Kids, they kids, bro. So I just think it became too much of like, bro, because I think it just became too popular, bro. Right? It got too much, and then you start beefing with Darius Slay. Damn, I think, damn, bro. That's tough. Now I'm like, if you look at if you're trying to figure out, damn, why would they trade him, bro? The cap hit shit doesn't. That's not the real reason. You got to start looking at other possibilities, right? But he said people showed me their true colors when I got traded. I think if it wasn't for if it if Vic Fangio wanted him there, none of this other shit would matter. You could still keep him on a team, despite the little funny at the trash talk, whatever, bro. Like, I think that because I think they were already thinking about moving on from him, or I really think it was already in the works. I think the off the field like little funny stuff, bro. I think that's what really did it, right? I think that was a confirmation for them, right? But I think I would say this: the off the field stuff with Taylor Swift, dog. I would say that didn't help his case to not be traded. Let's put it to you like that. But that's an interesting comment, bro. That's great feedback. Uh okay, somebody said this dude saying fire Nick is casual. Who's saying fire Nick? Oh yeah, but Super Bowl 59. No, he be trolling, bro. You see he got a picture of Philly 500, dog. He trolling, bro. Said we are so screwed. Uh He's Victor said someone's butt hurt going from a winning team to a trash team. I don't but they not trash. With Chauncey Gardner Johnson on the Houston Texans, they are definitely contenders, bro. Everywhere he go, he makes a team contender, bro, right? He's been the last 3 years, he been to two Super Bowls and an NFC championship, bro. Like, come on, man. He's been in an NFC championship the last 3 years, been in two of the last three Super Bowls. Buddy's on a historical tear regardless. So, and I haven't even spoke on that, bro. He every year, nigga, every year he's on our team, we go to the Super Bowl. Every team he plays for, nigga, they end up in the Final Four. They end up in championship games and Super Bowls. So I mean, it's not, bro. People say he said, bro. I mean, like I should be at you. Ask who snaked Chauncey. It's like, damn, bro, they ain't they snake themselves trading him. That don't hurt nobody but us. That hurts the fans and that hurts our chances to win again, dog. This nigga is the golden ticket right now. Who he bro, it's like I don't know how one player shifts the power, the dynamic that significantly. Okay, he shifts the entire like it was kind of like with Deion Sanders, right? Am I saying Chauncey's Deion Sanders? No, assholes, just listen. I'm just saying with Deion Sanders, when Deion Sanders went to the Cowboys, it stopped the 49ers from going to the Super Bowl and winning it, right? When he played with the 49ers, it stopped the Cowboys. So like, bro, he was a deciding factor. right? And teams going like he was like, bro, whatever Dion played, that's who was gonna win that Super Bowl. And it was crazy. Now with Chauncey, bro, this dude, he's the golden ticket right now, nigga. I guarantee you the Houston Texans are somehow gonna be in the AFC championship game, bro. And we gonna be looking like I'm gonna be looking like I told y'all niggas, bro. The last two Super Bowls we've been in, he's been on the team. Like it's stupid to trade that. Why? What the fuck? What's up? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word, gang? Me know what's going on. This man name is Fat Cat. Someone I have some breaking news, bro. Y'all trolls hilarious as hell, dog. I'm not gonna cap. Yeah, bro. Ban him. Get your bitch ass out of here. Your dumb ass, nigga. Every time CJ moves on from a team, he always got something to say. This a Lions fan who said that. Hey, bro, I mean, it is what it is. Why not? Why not give insight? It don't come off as bitter. We won a Super Bowl. He just say people showed me their true colors when I got traded. I mean, that's cool. He ain't really saying too much, bro. I mean, shit, in all honesty, I would like more context. I really would, because it makes no sense. So any type of added context to this, it's really heavily needed. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Because it's like, why the hell you trade him? Again, like I said, bro, every team he's been to the last 3 years have been in either a Super Bowl or an NFC championship game. Why, bro? Why trade him? Okay. You basically saying, here you go, Houston. You just gave Houston the best defense, the best secondary in the NFL, bro. You just gave them the best secondary in the NFL. Why? For a nigga named Keon Adams, I don't even know his name. I don't even want to know his name because every time I think about the trade, I think about what's the left guard, right guard name, bro? We traded for, bro. I don't even care, bro. Cause like I'll refuse to even know his name, bro. Cause this is just crazy as hell. We traded Chauncey, and it's not like we didn't get nothing for him. Bro, see, this looks so terrible the more I even just talk about it. It gets worse and worse by the minute, dog. 138 people voted. Who are 30% of people saying we should have traded Chauncey Gardner Johnson? What are y'all, bro? That Fent, bro. Y'all gotta chill off that. It gotta be something y'all doing, bro. It's that Fent. It gotta be Hey, y'all gotta chill off that, bro. Like, I don't know what the hell. I don't even know why y'all would. I should. What 30% of people thinking 139 votes and 30% of those people saying we should have traded him. Yeah, that's his name. Kenyon fucking Green. Thanks for reminding me, Donnie. Thank you, Donnie. Why would you even tell me? What the fuck? You gonna tell me that? Ah, yeah, Kenyon Green though. Hey, shout out to Kenyon Green though. It's all love. I'm happy he's here. Hopefully, he may contribute and be a dog, right? He may be a dog. No, you good, Donnie. No, you good, bro. You good, bro. Yeah, that's his name though, huh? That's his name, huh? Hey, Beckett said Eagles really won and said, let's never do this shit again. Hey, gang, that's what it feel like. This was just like, bro, you don't even gotta be a diehard NFL fan. You don't even gotta be an Eagles fan to know this trade was stupid as shit. Right? You don't even gotta be you don't even gotta be a Eagles fan to know this trade was dumb. But I mean, bro, to be honest, bro, right now the news is not. I mean, we in a really slow off season stage. This is probably the slowest as far as like off season is going to go. So it's like, it's this what we talk about, man. We know this happened damn near a month ago, but when you get more information into something that just hasn't been completely like confirmed, dog, it's like you can't give us bullshit and think we just like you just can't think we supposed to believe what you're telling us when it doesn't add up as to why you traded our star player, our best player, bro. We need real answers. We need answers. So I told myself I wasn't gonna talk about it, bro, but like I think I got some closure, bro. I think I got some closure. Hopefully, if and again, hope that okay, the only thing, right? I just hope more come out. Really, there's not too much more that I would be. Right now, I know I narrowed it down to Vic Fangio, and is Vic Fangio. I know for a fact that it was Vic Fangio's the whole reason that Chauncey Gardner Johnson is traded. Because if Vic Fangio say, "Fuck no, you're not trading my best player," you're not trading one of my premier players on my defense. You think you finna trade one of my if Vic Fangio tell Howie ass to get back, Howie gonna have to do that. Howie gonna have to. Howie would have had to tuck his tail to Vic Fangio. Period. Ain't no way around it, bro. Cause Howie, he do know his stuff. Howie does know how to evaluate talent, and he knows too. So I would never, right? I would never question Howie's ability to know, like, all right, Chauncey ain't got it no more. Chauncey giving up too many touchdowns. Howie has an extremely high football IQ, right? Don't I like Howie don't know, and trust me, bro. He knows what the hell he doing. He know more football than people give him credit for. So if Howie could have noticed that whatever. Okay, I'm saying, let's hypothetically speaking, if it's due to production issues, right? If it's due to Chauncey giving up too many touchdowns, if that's the case, if that is really the case, Howie would have already known. Howie would have had Howie would have known. Howie would have known that Chauncey Gardner Johnson is giving up too many touchdowns, right? Um, Vic Fangio would have, Vic Fangio would have known, right? So it had to have been both of those guys. You can't have one without the other, right? So I think they both was on board. Now, if Vic Fangio goes to Howie and say, Howie, hey, this has to happen. Again, I think, bro, I think Howie is at the mercy of Vic Fangio, nigga. It's Vic Fangio, bro. Nobody has more say in that building than dude. Stop it when it comes to football. And nobody, bro, nobody. Okay, if Vic Fangio didn't want Chauncey, guess what? Not even Howie could have saved Chauncey, right? And with Vic Fangio telling him his reasonings why, like maybe they had their discussion, but again, it doesn't happen unless Howie like says, "Okay, we're gonna pull the trigger." So that's what he's the trigger man at the end of the day. He's the one so I can't necessarily not blame Howie, but Howie is at the mercy of defensive coordinator. He's at the mercy of Vic Fangio. Nigga, it's Vic Fangio. Right? Stop it. Vic Fangio's running that defense. You're not finna go say, hey, nah, bro. Especially when it don't make sense financially. See, if it was Howie, we know Howie's lying about. We know they lying about cap space because we know that. We know that's not true. Okay, we know it's not about cap. We know it's not about cap space. It's about cap. It's about cap, but it's not about cap space, right? So we know, chat, how it is not. It couldn't have been Howie, because let's say, I mean, come on, bro. How we really saying we traded you for because of the cap? That's a lie. That's a lie. How we not gonna go to Vic Fangio and say, hey, we gonna trade Chauncey Gardner Johnson because of cap space? And Vic would have been fine with that. The only way Vic would have been fine with that if he was like, yeah, cool, I'm ready for him to go anyway. He's giving up too many touchdowns. So, bro, because they both. I can't say you can't have one without the other, but you can't say that it was Vic Fan. You can't not say it was Howie Roseman because Howie is calling the shots. He's the trigger man, bro. right? Let's say Howie didn't want it. Let's say the real reasoning behind why they did it, they didn't want it to get out. Always based on money. We already crunched the numbers up, bro. We already crunched the numbers up, so it wasn't about money. We already crunched up the numbers, bro. Go look at the numbers and you see. You're not trading somebody for fucking because of a $4 million cap hit. When you still got Dallas Goedert on the team with almost a $12 million cap hit. Bro, it's simple math. It's simple math. You said he definitely gave up a lot of touchdowns. He's a ball hawk. So I mean, you going gamble, but I don't think it was that significant when you got the number one ranked defense. What touchdowns he's given up mattered. That's the thing. It mattered. Touchdowns he gave up when we got the number one ranked defense. We got the number one ranked defense. Listen to that again. The number one ranked defense. His touchdowns that he did give up was it's so fucking insignificant. I'm telling you. I know. I've seen everyone he's given up, and it's not like it was a. It's not like he was beat. One of them was like blown coverage. The other one was probably I think I'm not gonna make excuses. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that for us. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just saying it does it really never matter. It didn't matter. We had the number one ranked defense. So why did that really matter, bro? Okay. But hey, my boy, look, hey, Dallas Goedert, Dallas Goedert, Dallas Goedert, you definitely if they got rid of Chauncey Gardner Johnson, it's a no-brainer that Dallas Goedert, you definitely out of here, gang. It's a wrap for you, Goddard, bro. I'm just being honest. Dallas Goddard ain't making it. You definitely look. I can almost guarantee you. Okay, I can almost guarantee you. Okay, Dallas Goddard is being traded. Okay, now he said, Dallas Stan, you thirsty? Eat a dick, bitch. I am thirsty, bro. That's why I got a whole gallon of water. But you right, I am thirsty as heck. Thirsty to send somebody to the loser lounge, ban his mom, his dad, his auntie, his uncle, his sister, his brother. Hey, but no, okay, Dallas Goedert, right? By the logic of trading Chauncey Gardner Johnson, let's say they really traded him for cap space, right? If they really traded Chauncey Gardner Johnson for cap space, Dallas Goedert is definitely gone, bro. Okay, if Chauncey Gardner Johnson was traded due to cap reasons, Dallas Goedert's cap hit is 3 times that of Chauncey Gardner Johnson. If Dallas Goedert's cap hit is 3 times that of Chauncey Gardner Johnson's, there's no way he stays in. There's no way. There's no way he's staying. Okay, the Eagles are trying to get the best possible value for Dallas Goedert, right? They did. Hey, Howie still wants the value. You said CJ ran his mouth and got thrown out of a game. I mean, yeah, but so what? When you look at when you look at Dallas Goedert, by the logic or reasoning behind Chauncey Gardner Johnson being traded, it's only a matter of time before Dallas Goedert get traded, right? Do I want Dallas Goedert traded? No. Did I want Chauncey Gardner Johnson traded? No. Like who would want players traded after winning a Super Bowl? Like guys that heavily contributed. No, I don't want anybody traded, right? But with his cap hit being so high, bro, Chauncey Gardner's cap hit was only 3.7 million, and they talking about them. They're making the excuse about the cap, needing the cap space. The cap hit is only 3.7 million. All right, but you look at and now you if you look at Dallas Goedert, if you look at Dallas Goedert having an 11.8 million dollar cap hit, um, if you look at Dallas Goedert having an $11.8 million cap hit, right, you can tell that it must have been. Give me a second. But yeah, chat. Like I was saying, yeah, Pierre, you says again to say it's based on money. That's just different. I mean, what am I missing? Like is the cap hit not? You see, you look at Dallas Goedert got $11.8 million cap hit. Okay, Chauncey Gardner Johnson only has a $3.7 million cap hit. So, bro, how is it? How is it about money? That's what I don't understand. How is it about cap space with Chauncey? If Dallas Goddard, this that tells me if it was really about cap space, Dallas Goddard is gone. If it was really about cap space, Dallas Goddard is 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 out of here. He has a higher cap space than Chauncey, right? So Dallas Goddard has to be. There's no way around him being traded. And again, if he's the Dallas Goddard move is so interesting, right? Because this is going to tell us if the Chauncey Gardner, if their reasoning behind Chauncey Gardner Johnson trade was really were they being honest? Okay, if he stays on the team, they were not being honest, bro. Okay, and that's what right as of right now, Dallas Goddard is still he's still a Philadelphia Eagle. He's still a Philadelphia Eagle. Dallas Goddard is still a Philadelphia Eagle. So that lets me know, right? As of right now, as of until Dallas Goddard is traded, it was never about cap space. Okay, it was never about cap space. Uh, Now the Philadelphia Eagles, even with Dallas Goddard, right? Should Dallas Goddard actually be traded? Um, that's the thing, bro. Should he even be traded? All right, we look at his stats. Um, I mean, he's been in the league 7 years. Okay, he has 4,000 receiving yards, and he has 20. What the fuck is this? I can't even see the touchdowns, but over 20 touchdowns, and he has 4,000 yards. You look at 2018, right? Only 334 yards. I don't think he played a full season. But I mean, as a full-time starter, you look at 2021, he had 830 yards, right? 2022, 702 yards. 2024, 496, and 2023, 590. So 2021 and 2022, that's right where you want to see your starting tight end. If you talk about based off how much money he's making, when you look at Dallas Goedert, if he was at 800 yards for 2023 and 2024, bro, he earns his contract. So when you look at tight ends, bro, with tight ends, you want to make around 700. You want to if you at around 700, 800 receiving yards as a tight end, bro, that's it's 1,000 yards. Of course, that's great, but as a tight end, if you can be around 700, 800 in that range, bro, those are great. Those are great years for a tight end. James says I want him to stay, but I think he only stay if we can restructure the contract and turn that 11 million into 2 years. Look, bro. I think they'll have to convince me that the reasoning behind Chauncey Gardner Johnson being traded is because of cap, trying to save cap. They will have to trade. They will have to move Dallas Goedert's contract, bro. They have to move him off the books for it to be valid. So that's why this is really extremely important to monitor, right? This Dallas Goedert piece right here is extremely important for the simple fact, right? Dallas Goedert, uh, man, yeah, at 11, first off, right? Okay, look here's the thing with Dallas Goedert, bro. Dallas Goedert is, I think personally, okay, I think Dallas Goedert is going to be used as a trade, a draft. He's going to be packaged into a draft day trade. All right. Because I don't, because something would have happened by now. That's the thing. Something should have happened right by now with Dallas Goedert, right? You look at his you look at his stats, and I want to look at his two best years in 2021 and 2022. Uh, it's difficult to pay when you got Dallas Goedert because he's missing games, right? But even if he didn't miss games, how the hell was you gonna be able to get him his like how you can't even utilize him how you want to because now you got AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. You got too much. I mean AJ Brown and Devonta Smith alone, right? And now you got Saquon. That's a lot of production. Then Jay Hurts, right? Jay Hurts is running the ball and scoring touchdowns and stuff like that. It's too many for at some point, bro. It begins to be it's too crowded. It's too much offensively, right? The Dallas Goedert move should have happened before the Chauncey Gardner Johnson move because you're loaded on offense. You can't even how you. It's too much money being allocated to one side of the football. It's too much money being allocated to one side of the football. Dallas Goedert with a cap hit of that much, 11.8, $11.8 million cap hit. I'm just reading through some older comments in here, see what y'all really talking about. Uh, but yeah, with Dallas Goedert, I really believe Dallas Goedert is going to be he's going to be used as there's going to be a draft there has to be because like why is he still on the roster right now? Okay, if you're trying to save money, he's at 11.8 million. If we're trying to save money, Dallas Goedert is at 11.8 million. A cap hit of 11.8 million. We know he's not. I mean, we know he's. I mean, bro, based off the production, uh, and you know, okay, Dallas Goedert misses a lot of games. Okay, um, and if you talk about saving money, you're not paying a guy for 400, 500 yards. You know that you're not giving somebody 11, almost 12 million for 500 yards, bro. That's wild. Okay, that he's overpaid at this point. He misses games. So you're either going to have to, if you can't restructure it, all signs lead to him being traded. I just don't understand why he hasn't been. I feel like he should have already been traded for him to still be on the roster. It's either they're keeping him, they're restructuring, or uh he's going to be traded during the draft. I think I think he's going to be used as a package deal to move up in the draft. That way, you use him as more draft equity, right? To move up in the draft, and you also save 11.8 million, right? It works out perfectly for the Philadelphia Eagles if they're trying to move off of this contract. Uh I mean, now if they're being truthful about needing cap space and trying to save for cap space, if they're being honest, this move happens. This move happens. Dallas Goedert is gonna Dallas Goedert situation is gonna tell me everything I need to know about the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, and if they're really being genuine, they're truthful. We're gonna see if Howie was really being truthful regarding a trade. We're gonna see how truthful Howie Roseman has been. You get rid of CJ Gardner to pay the young generation of Eagles when their time come. I get that. But couldn't we just restructure? There's nothing to restructure, bro. There's nothing to restructure. It was only 3.7 million. His contract, the cap hit of 3.7 million pales in comparison to 11.8. So I mean, why restructure a deal when we just signed him? There's no point in restructuring it if we literally just signed him. Right? So I mean, it was the contract. It makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense, bro. I don't know. You sign him and then trade him. This is only the first year of his brand new contract he got with us. Like it's crazy, bro. I mean, you don't trade someone who you just signed with that small of a cap hit. This is bro, it's crazy. It's crazy as hell. It's crazy. Uh-huh. Meanwhile, Dallas Goedert is still on the team with a much higher cap hit. By their logic, they would have traded Dallas Goedert first. By their logic, bro. Damn, man. That's why I need, as long as, if they're true on what they're saying, Dallas Goedert would be traded. Okay. uh I'm gonna hold them. I'm gonna actually believe what the Philadelphia Eagles are saying about the cap. Okay. So that would mean Dallas Goedert is being traded next. So I'm gonna believe them. I'm gonna believe that it was because of the cap, right? Now they are saying that the Philadelphia Eagles traded him because he's a liability and all like that, right? I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what? They are being honest. They traded Dallas Goedert because I mean, no, they traded CJ Gardner Johnson because of cap, because of the cap space. I'm gonna give them that, okay? Philadelphia Eagles, I'm going to believe that. I'll give you time. Okay? We're going to figure out if that's true or not. Okay? This isn't just some opening shut case right now, okay? But if Dallas Goedert stays on this team, they were lying. Okay? If they trade Dallas Goedert, okay, I'll believe them. But if Dallas Goedert stays on this team, now, okay, let's say they can restructure and figure out a new deal. Okay, that's cool. That it'll show that they're worried about the cap and still trying to save money. Okay, if they do that, if they restructure this deal, right? Or he's traded. Wait, no, wait. If they restructure his deal, or if he's traded, I will believe that they were being genuine regarding the reasonings behind trading Chauncey Gardner Johnson. Because it showed they really do care about the cap and they're trying to save money because that's what they told Chauncey, right? So if you get if you save 11.8 million by trading or restructuring this deal, it'll let me know that they're being consistent with what they're saying. If Dallas Goedert stays on this team, they was lying, dog. If they were lying, they was lying, and I promise you, if he's if I for this, okay, it'll okay if he's still on the team by the beginning of damn near training camp, they were lying, bro. If he's still on this team by the beginning of training camp, I think I'll just call it out and say they were lying. Okay, if they restructure, I will believe them. If he is if he's traded, I believe him. Okay, but if he stays on a team without a restructured deal, they lying, bro. It wasn't about cap space as to why they traded Chauncey, right? But that's neither. Again, bro, it's the right now. It's uh it okay. It's 187 people, and 187 people voted. 68% of people believe that Chauncey Gardner Johnson shouldn't have been traded. Okay. And you have 32% that feel like Chauncey should be traded. Man, I think y'all trolling, dog. But it's some people that they just gonna go with everything that the organization you know what I'm saying, they gonna agree with everything the organization does. And I mean, hey, we won a Super Bowl, so who I mean, I get maybe we know, maybe they, I mean, they do know more than shoot us because they just want it all, right? So maybe sometimes you just gotta just understand, like, hey, this is the process, this is what happens. Okay, but just at least be honest with us. Don't just be honest. I feel like when it's a star player and such a big move that they made, I feel like they can be a bit more transparent with us and truthful. That's really all I would ask for, right? It is some honesty. That's all. A little honesty. Sidney Brown is good. Yeah, they may again, Sidney Brown may very well be more than capable. He may be able to fill those, that void, of not having CJ. Right? And so he said, "Fly Eagles fly from San Antonio." What the hell? You over there in the no man's land. You over there. You in the Dallas Cowboys territory. Um, but yeah, I think Dallas Goedert is definitely going to be a one of those situations to where I think he's going to be traded during the draft, or restructured. Okay, they're going to restructure the contract. But I mean, when you look at Dallas Goedert, bro, I'll be honest, right? I'll give you guys my personal take on how I feel about Dallas Goedert, right? Do I feel Dallas Goedert should be traded? This is my personal opinion, right? Just to be honest, you never want to see players get traded when we just won a Super Bowl, right? So I don't want to necessarily say that. I don't I it's tough for me, right? I'm a bit biased because I don't want to see anybody go. Okay. But Dallas Goedert, here's the thing, okay? And I'll be honest with you guys, right? I was always upset with how they utilized Dallas Goedert. Okay. I always felt like the Philadelphia Eagles never I feel like they just didn't give him enough opportunities in a way, right? I feel like sometimes I wanted to see Dallas Goedert as the number one option more often than not. I wanted to see Dallas Goedert with the ball in his hands and see him break tackles and jump over people backwards and fucking see him stiff arm people to death. Like, bro, Dallas Goedert on when healthy, if he can stay healthy, he is. I was saying he was one of the best tight ends in the NFL, but people were talking about George Kittle and Mark Andrews and okay, Travis Kelce and stuff like that. Okay, then. So I mean, he's in that discussion as like a top 5 tight end in the NFL, right? The Philadelphia Eagles just, I mean, bro, because that's it. You want to have your offense as loaded as possible, right? They don't really like. I noticed the Philadelphia Eagles. They don't want to take anything away from Jalen Hurts. They want to add as much as they can to, you know, as many weapons as possible for Jalen Hurts. So I think that's where it becomes difficult because I mean, Dallas Goedert is a huge, he's a game changer for Jalen Hurts, right? And not even that, bro. It's a weapon. I don't think they want to relinquish any offensive weapon for Jalen Hurts. And I think that's where I think that for me personally, right? Okay, when you look at uh the offense, the Eagles offense, they've been intact for Dallas Goedert has been I mean, he's been here since 2018, right? Um AJ Brown, Devonta Smith. You want to keep these guys together, bro. Jalen Hurts, the O line, right? You got Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Lane Johnson. These guys have been with the Philadelphia Eagles for quite some time. The Philadelphia Eagles, they do not want to take anything away from this. I think they want to keep these guys together, and that's smart because that it's helpful for Jalen Hurts. Now, there's been a move. The slot is a part of, right, that third receiver, right? I think they would like some continuity there. But if they can keep this offense the same forever, I think they would. I think they would. I think they would. I think they would if they can keep everybody. I mean, because they have been. I think you don't want to mess up that chemistry with Jalen Hurts and his weapons, bro. I think they want to keep this intact as long as they possibly can. So and a lot of times it's tough to move on from players when you're not getting the value. Okay, Dallas Goedert at 11.8 million. It's hard to figure out what team is going to. It's hard to get a team to trade for him when his last 2 years he hasn't lived up to his earning potential or just his contract in general. Okay. So teams are devaluing him. But hey, Howie, he's like, no, bro, I'm not giving up, Dallas Goedert for anything less than a what, third, fourth round pick, whatever it is, right? For a fifth, I think he's traded. I think the Eagles want like maybe a third pick, and it's too expensive. Again, if his last year that he played with the Philadelphia Eagles, if he put up 700-800 yards, 800 or plus, you know what I'm saying, or better, I think his market value isn't as high right now, and that's really why he hasn't been traded yet. In my humble opinion, it's the value first off, right? I think it's the value. And look, when the Philadelphia Eagles, hear me out, bro, and I'll let you guys have this one. Look, when the Philadelphia Eagles tell you you can go and you can seek permission for a trade. What they're telling you is go, let's see what your value is. When the Eagles granted Dallas Goedert permission to seek a trade. When they do that, they are telling you, go find out what your value is and come back to us. Right. So now I think at this point they know what his value is, right? And I don't think they're getting the offer that they want. Right? They value Dallas Goedert as a much, and they value him more than what the NFL does, right? And if Howie and again, it's gonna be tough for Howie because he wants to get the value for trades, okay? And he knows that if he knows his market value right now in the NFL, it's too low. And Howie like, yeah, I'm not giving up Dallas Goedert for a 6th round pick, a 5th round pick, right? I think he wants like a third or a fourth, which is crazy. But Dallas Goedert, bro, he's really like that when healthy. He's due for, imagine Dallas Goedert on a as the number one option on an offense. He's gonna put up 1,000 yards easily. Oh, don't say Pittsburgh. Nah. Oh my God. If he go to Pittsburgh, they are going to be favorites for me. Now, they don't got a quarterback, but if he go to Pittsburgh, dog, nah, I don't want to see him at Pittsburgh. That's gonna get him way too. So you mean what? Imagine Dallas Goedert, DK Metcalf, George Pickens, over there with, boy, if they just need a quarterback. Without a quarterback, but hey, that'll be crazy, bro. Like Dallas Goedert can change. Dallas Goedert would change the complexity of a lot of these different offenses. What's up, Saquon Barkley fan? What's going on with you, bro? I don't know about Pittsburgh. You said okay, here to listen, bro. Appreciate you, man. If y'all new here, make sure you drop a like and subscribe, turn on post notifications, bro. I go live every day. Uh Yeah, he's expensive, but look, man, here's the thing. When the Philadelphia Eagles give you permission to seek a trade, they say, hey, let's find you go find out what your market value is, and we'll see what people are saying that they would give, what they would and Howie's on the phone as well. So they everybody knows what his value is. I just think Howie doesn't like the offers. And I think Howie ain't going. He like, hey man, for 11.8, what sucker? Howie got to find him a Vic. Howie got to find him a victim, bro. Because I'm not saying I know I'm not saying that Dallas Goedert isn't good, right? But with Dallas Goedert, when you with a cap hit of 11.8 million, nearly 12 million. Okay, with a guy that's coming off of 2 seasons in a row with under 600 yards receiving, making with a cap hit of nearly 12 million, and you only had 600 yards receiving the last 2 years and missed games, bro. I mean, bro, that his value isn't. I mean, for the amount of money that he's making, he's overpaid, right? Just based off of his last 2 years. Okay. So I can see why it's going to be tough to trade him because his market value is not where it should be based off of his contract. Teams are not going to say, you think I'm going to take on a $12 million contract for a guy who's only given you 496 yards in 2024, 592 yards the year before that? You really think anybody's gonna believe he's worth 12 million? No. And that's the problem. Howie's like, I know he's worth more than this. I know he's worth more than what you guys are saying. And that's why I think he hasn't been traded. But if you package him into like some draft capital and stuff like that, but still to take on 12 million, I mean, that's why he's on the trade block right now, because the 12 million, he's not performing. I mean, the numbers don't add up to the numbers. The numbers don't add up to what he's making. That's why he's on the trade block. Okay, so the Eagles know, we all know what the problem is now, as of why they're not able to move on from him. Okay, but hey, they may have to bite the bullet and just take a 6th round pick for him or something. Because you gotta think about it, bro. That when you gotta add in, okay, so I'm gonna trade for this player with a high cap number. That's gonna lower the value of him now. So shit, that's why the value's so low, I think. But how we gotta find a victim, bro? How we gotta find a victim, but he has to make a great sales pitch. And we don't pay tight ends. We don't pay tight ends. I mean, we paid Dallas Goedert. We paid Dallas Goedert. I think we paid Zach Ertz. I think maybe when it comes to like, I don't know. I can't say that, bro. I can't really say we don't pay tight ends. Because if I'm not mistaken, we paid Zach Ertz. If I'm not mistaken, we paid Dallas Goedert. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we gave Zach Ertz a contract. Did we? Did we give him an early contract? I'm not sure. I can't even really recall, to be honest. But I know Dallas Goedert got an early contract. Dallas Goedert got paid, right? Dallas Goedert got paid. So I mean, it's not really more so about in this situation. I don't even. I just think really, bro, it's his cap number is too high to only be having 496 yards and not being able to fucking finish seasons. He's been injured. I mean, he just haven't. It's just, bro. It's one of those tough situations, right? He hasn't been. His numbers is not there, right? And he's been injured. So that he's not worth that. He's not worth that $12 million cap hit right now, bro. Okay. Now, when he's healthy and can play a full season, he's definitely worth that. All right. The thing is, he's just not worth that right now. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if why not restructure or figure it out if I'm Dallas Goedert. I would restructure and try to figure that out if I'm Dallas Goedert, right? Uh Oh, we didn't? Nah, we didn't. He said, what you mean? The Giants signed Russell Wilson to a good deal. Wait, what's going on? Huh? Russell Wilson? The New York Giants got Russell Wilson. Oh, Russell Wilson is nobody right now. CJ should have never ever got put on a trade block. I don't even know if he was on a trade block. They just traded him. He was never on. I don't think he was ever on a trade block. They just traded him, dog. Like, yeah, I don't know if he's ever on a trade block. I just think they just traded him. Because, when you on a trade block, everybody knows that you're trying to shop around or you're trying to, trade a certain player. He was never on a trade block, bro. They just traded him. Oh, yeah. See, you said that. Good, good. Okay, bro. He said we should have never traded CJ. CJ should have never, ever. Yeah, bro. I don't think, yeah, he was never on a trade block. They just got rid of him. Did him dirty. Yeah, the Giants are trash. The Giants, come on, man. We did the Giants. Look, man, ain't no. We could be the New York Giants, right? So you got to be grateful. we know Dallas Goddard looks like the future's not looking good for Dallas Goddard. We know we lost Chauncey Gardner Johnson, but hey, you gotta have, you gotta be thankful. Right? We could be the hey, you just look around the NFC East and you just like, all right, cool, man. We could be, but we not. Like, so I think that always makes you feel a lot better. Okay. But hey, this shit should never happen. All right, this shit should never happen, man. We know that too. We know this should have never happened. Just disgusting, bro. This is despicable work, Howie. But hey, Howie, man, look, we know what we know, okay, Howie, and we see that you are loaded with draft picks. You got 20 draft picks in the next 2 years, okay? So, you trade CJ, and I think you got a fifth round for Chauncey, right? And you let all these players walk and you accumulate all of these wonderful picks, okay? To do what? You got the third youngest team, Howie. For what, bro? What you gonna do with all these picks, Howie Roseman? That's really what man, until the draft gets here, right? This is the biggest question mark of the entire offseason, dog. The biggest day is draft night, and we're loaded up. Okay. Bryce Huff, Dallas Goddard, they could be packaged in to a mega deal along with multiple draft picks because we got a lot of them, bro. Howie can turn this draft upside down, bro. He has the ability right now to set the Eagles up for a repeat. This shit is all up to Howie right now. And he has everything he needs to do so. This draft is going to tell me if the Eagles are repeating or not, bro. So when you look at Dallas Goddard trade and Chauncey Gardner Johnson trade, it all boils down to this graphic right here. Okay? That's what all of this boils down to because Chauncey Gardner Johnson was traded for a fifth. Okay? Dallas Goddard is on the trade block. He can be packaged into something. He can be packaged in to a draft day trade. Get rid of that 11 million, that 11.8 million. Maybe this is how you do so. Maybe you package that, a team will take on that 11.8 and I'll give you this, right? It makes it more easier to move off of Dallas Goddard's contract when you could package in a draft pick. Make the pot sweeter. Hey, yo, oh my God, that's it, bro. I watch chat. I've been saying this for the last 2 or 3 live streams. Dallas Goddard's gonna be packaged into a draft day trade. He's gonna be packaged into a draft day trade. It could and you and because again it makes sense because when you look at the $11.8 million cap hit, nobody's trading, nobody's giving you nobody's giving you much for a guy who in the last 2 years haven't had over 600 yards. You think somebody gonna trade for him and take on 11.8 million when he's not even worth 11.8 million? No, nobody's going to give you what you value, what you want for him because he hasn't performed up to what he's being paid for. So somebody's going to pay for a guy who's overpriced, bro, and take on that for nah, that's not how it works. Teams aren't dumb, right? Howie, teams aren't that dumb. So and you're not going to give up Dallas Goddard for just for fucking for nothing. So in order to do that, you package him into a draft day trade. You save 11.8. You use him to trade up and go get somebody, a star. You go get a game, a life changing, put for a generational talent, bro, and to ensure that you repeat, or you can just stay put, right, and you can just draft and see how take years to develop young players when you already got the youngest fucking team, third youngest team in the NFL. Or you can go package Dallas Goedert and trade Dallas Goedert and trade up. I mean, you traded CJ Gardner Johnson for a fifth round pick. Howie, you made that move with Chauncey to acquire some more draft capital. It was all about draft capital. You let everybody walk. You get all those compensatory picks, right? These moves is just Howie stockpiling. Shout out to John McMullen. Eagles have maxed out with 4 projected compensatory picks in 2026. So they got 4. So you loading up, right? You loading up, then you get some for Chauncey, right? You loading up on draft picks. For what? To keep them and draft more young players when you got the third youngest team in the NFL already? No, no. You do that to make to trade up in a draft and go get a game changer, right? And and go repeat. We need somebody that's gonna produce day one, that's gonna start and take your defense, put your defense back to that number one ranked echelon. In order to do that, man, you gotta go, you gotta be aggressive. Howie's always been aggressive. Okay, Howie, every guy, everybody that Howie wants, he go trades up for him. He went and traded for AJ Brown draft night, stole the draft, traded up for Jalen Carter, traded up for N'Kobe Dean, traded up for Devonta Smith. Right? This is what Howie does. He's accumulating these picks to have the firepower because you ain't got the money. You don't got the money. So Howie, we see what you're doing, right? Dallas Goedert is looking like a draft day trade. He got draft day trade written all over it. Because the only way you get rid of Dallas Goedert contract from and get some value for it, the only way you move off of that contract and save that money is if you package a draft pick, right? But you don't. I mean, even then you can trade them, and I think it'll be better. I think it's more. Uh, Let me see. I think it'll be more beneficial to trade him, to package him in a draft day trade rather than trade and then like swap out draft picks or whatever, right? I think because you're not gonna get the value regardless. You'll never get the Howie. You're not gonna get the value you want for Dallas Goedert. It's not happening. It's not happening. Bro, unless you find a fool. And I don't think you got the Vic. You don't got the victim to take who gonna take on that contract. So what you do is you package him into the draft in a draft day trade. This is lining up so perfectly in my head, bro. I can definitely see this happening during the draft. Okay. And you trade up and go get a star and we repeat. He said there's a report that the Eagles made, and he said allow me to share this report. I'm gonna ban you, bitch. Shut up. Send him to the loser lounge. ban him. What are you doing, bro? What are you trying to do, bro? You trying to fucking stop, bro. You trying to troll, bro. If you gonna troll, just troll. You don't gotta procrastinate the troll move, man. There's a report that the Eagles made. You just keep commenting that shit, bro. Just get your troll out. You trying to build up some anticipation to fucking comment some fucking bullshit, nigga? Get the fuck out of here. Ban them. Ban them. Kellen Moore's absence will hurt. And that's something to where, hey bro, that's an interesting topic of conversation that hey, I could definitely make a live stream, entire live stream about the Kellen Moore thing, bro, and the offensive coordinator and that's actually, I'm glad you mentioned that, bro. I'm gonna do a whole live stream about the absence of Kellen Moore and having Press Taylor and how that, hey bro, thank you, bro, because that is something I feel like is not talked about nearly enough. You gave me an entire topic for a live stream, bro, because that's something I think people are looking over, right? uh yeah, good coordinator like Kellen Moore. Damn, Kellen Moore did a fucking Kellen Moore gotta get some love. That man did his job, won a Super Bowl, and quietly got the fuck out of Dodge, huh? Damn, Kellen Moore a dog, bro. You gotta see, bro. Damn, man. Damn, Kellen Moore, thank you. Bro, see, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. Now I want to have a whole. Now I want to really just talk about Kellen Moore now because he don't get enough love, bro. But I'm gonna have to do him his justice, and I'm gonna have to give him a live stream, bro. Because Kellen Moore, bro, Kellen Moore was just being smart. Kellen Moore was just doing the right thing. Like he was doing what was logical, right? What we would expect for our offensive coordinator to do, right? But that's interesting, dog. You just gave me a whole topic. But yeah, that's shit. Stick around tomorrow, bro. I'm gonna have a whole Kellen Moore thing lined up for y'all. But um, I mean, when you look at Chauncey Gardner Johnson, right? It all boils the Chauncey Gardner Johnson trade, Dallas Goedert potentially, being traded. I think it all boils down to Howie Roseman trying. I mean, he's a why is Howie, why do you have 20 fucking draft picks over the next 2 years, bro? Hey, it's like, bro, it's stockpiling draft picks, bro, and that's scary for the entire NFL. He said, bro, you should podcast. I'll join you. Hey, man, hit me up on Twitter, bro. And I mean, it's kind of like a podcast. I'm just chilling in my car, bro, on my phone. So, I mean, shit. A podcast is really just talking, bro. You ain't got to be all, you know what I'm saying? You don't really got to have too much of, you know what I'm saying, a setup or shit like that. I feel like I'm in podcast mode right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, bro, shit, hit me up, man. We can figure something out, bro. Hit me up on Twitter, bro. Uh, what he does has been working. Facts. And look. The logic, the logic says what he does has been working, and what he's been doing is trading up in the draft and making trades. Okay, and he's been making trades, trading up in the draft, trading back in the draft. He's been trading in the draft. Okay. So that's what he's been doing, bro. What he's doing been working, and it's been trading in the draft. So I mean, I can think of times where he jumped all the way to second overall in the draft to get Carson Wentz. Like, Nico, are you crazy? It worked out. He got a Super Bowl, and then wound up getting from trading Carson Wentz, wound up getting Devonta Smith, uh AJ, and a whole bunch of other players, right? Cooper DeJean, I think, Jalen Carter, bro. He got so much for trading to get Carson Wentz, and then trade got so much in trading away Carson Wentz. So, bro, the man's a genius when it comes to trades. I think that's where he does his most of his damage. So, bro, say what he does has been working, and that's trade in the draft. So, yes, that's why I'm saying that Howie is loading up to make a big trade in this year's draft. That's what I mean, I can go back at damn near every draft where he's traded. I mean, he has a history of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not far fetched to think a guy who loves to trade in a draft, loading up draft picks to do what he loves to fucking do, right? So, I mean, it only makes sense, bro. It really only makes sense, to be honest, bro. It only makes sense when you look at the moves that he's made. Okay. And again, I think he, like bro said, what he does works. That's what he does. Okay. I mean, bro, looking at this poll is crazy, bro. This is like, should the Eagles have traded Chauncey Gardner Johnson? 34% of the people are saying yes, he should. They should have. What? What the fuck? Yo, y'all was tripping, bro. Y'all legit is like, man, what the hell? I don't know what to say to y'all, man. To the 66% of people who feel like Chauncey Gardner Johnson should not have been traded, you, my friend, are intelligent. the 35% who feel like he should have been, bro, y'all are wild. But again, man, guess what? Guess what that trade does? Gives the mad scientist himself yet another draft pick. Like, you see, that's what it does. It gives somebody like Howie Roseman more firepower to trade up in this year's draft. Like, when you got the third youngest team, man, bro, like, that's crazy. When you got the third youngest team in the NFL, like, what more like, why do you need more young players? Right? Why do you need more young players? Everybody's already young. You're set for the future. It's not a dire need to, have more young players, dog. Like, I would say it's the complete opposite. You need a couple veterans in here now. You know what I'm saying? But I think the Eagles are fine whichever way they play it. Me personally, I know Howie. Howie know how we are. We aggressive. We like to be aggressive. Okay. We like to attack. So, I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to definitely be huge players in this upcoming draft. Uh, so yeah, again, Chauncey, Chauncey Gardner Johnson, uh, and Dallas Goedert, bro. I think these two situations are intertwined perfectly, right? But in the grand scheme of things, uh, you know, it all boils down to draft picks, right? And loading up on draft capital. Okay. Uh that is if Dallas Goddard gets traded, right? And then you get another draft pick, right? Or I mean, or if he gets traded in a draft day trade, you tack that onto draft capital, right? But I think all of these moves are gonna wind up, heavily influencing this year's draft. Okay. Uh, you just adding firepower for the draft, okay, to do something monumental. I mean, because you think about it, right? I think Howie has to feel like, man, if I want to make sure this team repeats, and repeating is huge. Uh, you can't be complacent. The Philadelphia Eagles have never been that way. We've never been complacent. We've always been aggressive and spent money and, you know, uh, you know, traded up to get our guys and used the draft capital and we've always been aggressive. So to think that's going to change, bro, I doubt it. But man, just this whole Chauncey Gardner Johnson thing, man, it just with Chauncey coming out and saying people showed me their true colors when I got traded. It just gives more insight to you know the possibilities of what could have actually happened because it really doesn't make any sense. He should have still been here with us, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We got a draft pick from him and I'm really starting to feel it was Vic Fangio, right? But I think the two moves, like I said, they're so intertwined together as far as Dallas Goedert and Chauncey Gardner Johnson, bro. I don't. It's surprising that Dallas Goedert is really still he's still on the team, right? That's kind of surprising to me when the Eagles have already granted him permission to seek a trade and he's still on the team. And this is something I never really talked about or spoke on, but again, Dallas Goddard may be a it may be trade. I mean, he may be packaged in. It could be trade bait. He could be packaged in a trade. And based off, this is kind of a message to Dallas Goddard, right? Because based off what we seen that happen to Chauncey Gardner Johnson, bro. Oh yeah, it might definitely who's to say that they won't do it to you, Dallas Goddard? They did it to Chauncey, got Chauncey up out of here, right? For a cheap little contract too. We just signed him, bro. The cap hit wasn't nothing for that small chunk of change, bro. Chauncey, you will be missed in Philly. Facts. I think we'll be fine though, bro. I think we'll be fine regardless. Uh, but it'll be interesting to see how these two moves play out. But in the grand scheme of things, it's all going to boil down. It all boils down to draft picks. You get a draft pick for Chauncey. And, if you could package in Dallas Goddard into a trade, I think the Eagles are in line, man. Bro, they are in line to possibly they could play it safe, right? We've never played it safe, so if they do, hey, right, I'm going off of what the history of Howie Roseman and some of the traits or some of the things that you know, he likes to do, and it works for us, right? Because we've been to Super Bowls, we got a Super Bowl, so if it ain't broke, don't break it, right? So I would continue to be aggressive, and it looks like Howie is loaded up to man. He's loaded up to steal the draft, and if you do, Howie, look, I'll be perfectly fine with that, man. Hey, make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and like always, God bless those Philadelphia Eagles.